Home Office campaign urging illegal immigrants to go home has been banned for using misleading arrest statistics. The campaign involved poster vans driving through 6 London boroughs in July. It drew over 200 complaints to the Advertising Standards Authority. The ASA, however, cleared the campaign of being offensive or irresponsible. Damian Green, was it a mistake?
No, we're evaluating the full effect of it, but it wasn't a mistake. It lets people know that the sort of traditional view that if you've been here illegally, then nothing will ever happen to you is not the case. That we are now actually tracking people down who have no right to be here and removing them. And that,
so you're
I think,
comfortable
is
with the idea of vans going around with inaccurate information, because 106 arrests last week in your area is obviously not true in every area.
Well, yes, but it may well be true in that area. So, I take the ASA's point, but I'm glad they said it wasn't irresponsible or offensive. It's hard-hitting, but this is the kind of thing that actually helps restore public confidence that things are now happening on the immigration system that didn't happen in the past.
What do you say to that, Sadiq Khan? Does it restore confidence, or do you think these are offensive?
We've just had a report from the Chief Inspector that say our borders aren't working. A big failure. You've got this sort of gimmick to try and restore confidence. Damien,
Except it was cleared of being offensive.
Well, it's been banned. It's been banned, right?
But not for being offensive
Sure.
and irresponsible, for inaccuracy.
It's been banned. Now, the reality is, it's been banned. Now,
Has it been banned?
Damien and I, it has.
I just had to check.
Absolutely right.
Because you've only said it 5 times.
Right, well, I'm pleased the ASA agreed
It's got
it
through.
should be banned.
But it's
Good.
not.
But let's be clear.
Should it be banned?
Joe, you, Andrew, Damien and I are all old enough to remember when the words "go home" was used in certain parts of our city. People, particularly like me, had certain conversations. My mum, my older brother, still remember what that phrase "go home" meant when we grew up in the 70s and 80s. And my point is this: sure, it may not be unlawful, but a government in touch with ordinary people, especially in the 6 boroughs in London where it's used, should understand. Look, we all agree we want illegal immigration to come down. We all agree those who are here unlawfully should go back to countries of origin. But saying "go home" in the 6 most ethnically diverse boroughs in London shows you don't understand, Damien, what people feel in this city. And also say this: the fact that you've got that figure on 106 arrests last week means those of us who want to have confidence that you guys know what you're doing shows that you don't know what you're doing because you used a misleading figure.
Many people from all communities think that immigration had got out of control,
Sure.
It needs to be under control, and that people who are here illegally, which is what that advert says, in the UK
But
illegally...
the words "go home," just to pick up on Sadiq's point, that it does rather evoke a time that many people in those London boroughs thought had gone.
Well, I don't think it does. Specifically because at the top left-hand corner of that van is "in the UK illegally," and people can quite well make the difference between people who are here illegally and people who are here legally. And in all communities, they don't want people to stay
Your
here
coalition
illegally.
colleagues, of course, didn't like it.
Well, Jeremy's lost his job and our Norman's there.
One of the things about coalition government is that we're 2 parties and we don't agree on everything. And those things that we don't agree on, we can put to the electorate at the next general election.
You're proud of that. Damien, you're proud of that, are you? Are you proud of that poster?
I think that poster is an extremely useful contribution to letting people know that, unlike under your government, things are happening now about
Sadiq Khan, Diane Abbott, who has just left the front bench of Labour, she said Labour wasn't tough enough when it came to that. No loud voices of protest from Labour. It was the Liberal Democrats who protested.
I was on the Andrew Marr show that Sunday protesting loudly
All
to
right.
a wonderful
I
Jeremy
didn't hear
Vine.
you.
Well, you should watch Andrew Marr. Very good programme.
Diane Abbott said that you're sounding a bit racist. Diane Abbott complains bitterly.
Well, Damien,
she thinks
I won't be
being
lectured by you and your party about
strong
racism.
enough.
Thank you very much.
Why, is his party racist?
I'm not saying his party's racist. I'm saying he can't. He
Do you
can't.
agree with Diane Abbott's
Are you
criticism
proud of that
of your
poster,
party?
Damien? No, of course, that's not what she said, Damien.
Diane Abbott said that you're too strong on immigration, that you're moving to the right, and that she thinks
Damien,
that
that's
you're
not what she
irresponsible.
said.
Is she the Labour Party or are you the Labour Party?
And on that note,
Don't
we'll
misrepresent
end
her.
it.
We'll find out what she said when we get her on TV at some time.